Hey guys, Star Wolf Hunter here, and I'm coming to you from inside the lower levels of the cave. So, everyone knows what these are, right? Kyber crystal canisters. You have green, white, purple, yellow, blue, and the red ones are kind of the kind of, guess you would call it a gotcha hit and miss. For the special Kyber crystal, you can either get red, which is the standard color. Hang on. Or if you're very lucky and you get the luck of the draw, you get the black Kyber crystal. Right? Everyone gets the black Kyber crystal. Well, if you're lucky. And that's the standard colors. Those are the standard 7. Those are the base set. Those are the standard base set 7. And they all come in with either a Jedi or a Sith holocron. And they all come in a nice little twist tie pouch like this, marked with Black Spiral Outpost. Or if you get it from the new trading post, it might say that in Arabic. But that's not what I'm going to talk about right now. Don't get me wrong. Those are the standard colors that everyone would find. Every so often, and Kyber and Crafted Core and KCR are coming out with new colors, right? Everyone has seen that, seen those, and probably have their own version, and probably have gotten those versions. I'm here to talk about, the Kyber crystals that came before the standard set, the ones that were made beforehand. And so the ones that were made beforehand would be the red Kyber crystals, that would represent fire. All these would be elemental crystals. They are all elemental crystals, but the original elemental crystals were just fire, blue for water, green for nature, yellow for light, white would represent balance. White represents balance or wind in the old tongue, in the old Kyber crystal lore. And the black Kyber crystal, hang on. The black Kyber crystal would also represent in the old way Earth, because that's basically what Earth is. It's just plain black. So those were the standard colors. And black would also represent darkness. Those were the old colors. Those were the original Kyber crystals that were made back then. The original elemental crystals. The first Kyber crystals that were ever made. But even before Kyber crystals were made, though, there were elemental crystal. There were elements. There were elemental crystallized things that were still part of nature. And they could have been anything. Such as a simple rock could have been infused with, they say is infused with the force. So why couldn't it be a type of crystallized entity? Or how about being in the forest? And you found a branch that was empowered with the force. And that's what I'm talking about right now. And what if there were these beings, and you guys know the gatherers, right? Everyone's met the gatherers. They were the ones who now track down the ancient Jedi crystals that they find and artifacts, lightsabers and stuff like that, and sell them at their trading post, or they bargain with um, you know, the alien that has the Den of Antiquities. Sorry, I can't think of his name right now, but you know who I'm talking about, right? Anyhow, for those Star Wars fans of you, um, know who it is. I don't know who. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forget who runs the. Um, then I forget the guy, the alien who does the Den of Antiquities. Um, but yeah, that's who the um gatherers give some of their stuff to and and trade. So what I'm gonna do is talk to you how um you do it. Um, can't really do it right now, so can't really actually show you. It, because that's what I was planning on doing. But Oh, wait. Yes, I can. Here it is. For those of you who've been to Galaxy's Edge, you know who I'm, and you know who you are. You do it. There are three types. There are different types. There's the main. There are the main gatherers, who help you out. That build it. They help you can build or construct, I should say, the lightsabers that are there. But do you know it's the gatherers who find the lightsabers and have to reconstruct them if they're damaged? Those gatherers are known as crafters. You have the crafters of the crafter unit of the gatherers, and then you have the 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 trackers and hunters unit. Well, not really unit. Group that track or hunt down the specific Jedi or Sith materials. Right now, I am smoothing down, taking off all the loose edges. As well as weathering. You could say. Now I'm gonna try to keep it as all natural as I can. But since these will be wielded by young Jedi that cannot lift the regular crafters, metal lightsabers that you would find that we normally collect. I'm not part of that set anyway. There were clans back in the olden times that are still around that I am a part of, you could say. And these clans were the ones who originally taught the original Jedi how to craft and create their Jedi sabers. Of course, back then they weren't the sabers that everyone knows today. During the High Republic era, during the Old Republic and High Republic eras, the sabers look like actual swords, like the dark saber, how the dark saber was created. I believe the dark saber is the only saber that remains crafted by a Mandalorian that was force sensitive. We taught them how to do it, and we've been around ever since. I belong to the Forest Clan. That's why we use all natural stuff, like these sticks that we find in our forest that was imbued with the Force. And they may not look like it much now, but they hold within them their own special colors. And depending on the wielder, those colors will reveal themselves. So, here we pretty much got it. It's all smoothed out. And I'm gonna let it weather on its own for a while. Let it finish drying out and let it be exposed to the elements. Some of them we really have to smooth down, packed. Others we don't. Like, if we're gonna use like the actual branch, we have to really smooth it down. If we're just using like the branch's limb, if we're gonna use that, then we have to really smooth it down. If not, and we just use the actual branch itself, we can just smooth it down just enough so there's no splinters remaining. But it varies to each branch, though, depending on where we got it. And as for the rocks, we use all natural rocks. Sure, you can use colored rocks. So we use colored rocks sometimes, but we make sure we use the colored rocks that are made, that are based off the elements themselves, and that take on those elemental colors. Want to make sure that they're nice and smooth. Get rid of all the impurities until just the pure stuff remains. That you would find in any gem, any rock gem. And they can be done either way. Just the lights for rocks. We just do a light rubbing. Just take care of all the stuff get rid of all the stuff that's the earth that was remained, that was left over on them. Sometimes you got to do it over a couple times. On Batu, is where you would find Savi's workshop, but it won't say Savi's workshop per se. We keep it hidden under a false name. I mean, we still use our name Savi, because he's the guy who runs it, but we made a deal with him. And he has joined our order, so to speak. So we can keep it nice and hidden. Don't want the Empire what's left of the Empire, or I guess you would say the First Order, sniffing around. Too much. The Den of Antiquities can be found near Ogre's Cantina on Batu. Or you can look for one of our trading posts. That's where you will find us. Our trading posts are scattered throughout the universe. But we do keep one outpost near, just off planet of Batu. And Batu is just off the hyperwing space lanes. There. Well, these should be ready to go soon. Let these finish soaking up. And then we'll be ready to do the final works on them. Such as imbue our own force energy into them, so that the force energy within them can be shown. Well, that should do it, fellow hunters. So if you have enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and leave me comments. Until then, fellow hunters, as well as travelers, as well as star travelers, stay tuned for next time